Hello everyone, so I wanted to get back into Shadow War Armageddon today. I was just going to do a quick rundown of one of the army lists. So for the first list we're going to look at is the Space Marine Scouts. So it is one of the 3 lists in the book. So we have the full Space Marine Scout kill teams with the Scout Sergeant, the Scout, the Neovate Scout and the Scout Gunner. So again, it's Juves, Gangers and Specialists and Leaders. The one that I really like is this little bit down here for the Space Wolf Scouts as well. It's a really nice touch. So obviously anyone who knows the 40k background or Space Wolves in particular, I hate Space Wolves by the way, they're not my favourite faction. Dark Angels all the way, but one of the nice things I do like about Space Wolves is that they put their scouts into the Blood Claws or power armor, and you only get to become a real scout once you're a veteran. So the Wolf Scouts for Space Wolves are actually full-fledged Space Marines, so they get access to all of the fancy war gear, so they can take plasma guns, melter guns, and flamers, I think it was, as part of the normal guys. But doing a quick rundown, all of the Space Marine Scouts have "and they shall know no fear." A fighter with this rule never has to take fear or terror tests. In addition, a fighter with this rule can always test to recover early from pinning, even if there is no friendly fighter within 2 inches. So, really, pretty good. Just adds that level of reliability. If you do pin them, they can test to jump up without having to stick together. So, pretty good in that regard. We have the Scout Sergeant, costs 200 points. So again, this is going to be out of your 1000 allowance to make your starting gang. I'm going to keep calling it gang, it's just stuck in my head, sorry guys. It has the Combat Blade and Scout Armor. In addition, it can be armed with the hand-to-hand weapons, pistols, basic weapons, ammunition, grenades, and miscellaneous equipment. So all of the fancy toys apart from the heavy weapons. And then we have Scouts at 100 points. I should read the profiles as well, I suppose. So the Scout Sergeant is movement 5, weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength 4, toughness 4, so Space Marine profiles. 1 wound, initiative is 4, attacks are 2, leadership is 9. The actual normal Scouts keep movement 5 and the weapon skill through to toughness are all 4s. Still only 1 wound, initiative 4 and only 1 attack, and then leadership 8. And that's pretty much your standard profile for your Space Marines. Your Neviat Scout is the Juve or new recruit. This one only costs 75 points rather than 100 from the Scout. And they are movement 5, weapon skill and ballistic skill 3. Still keep the toughness and strength of 4 and the initiative of 4, so still relatively good. For my personal taste, I always try and have the guys with lower weapon skill and ballistic skill. I normally do put in a combat role, whilst I use a higher ballistic skill for my shooting units. So that's the way I would go. And it tends to be a feast or famine approach when I'm playing Necromunda, in that my Juves will either get lots of kills and advance really quickly, or they'll die. But I don't mind, because I've not spent that much on them. As long as I can try and salvage the equipment from them before they die, or once I've got one that's badly wounded, he gets someone else's combat knife, and the other person who's not wounded gets a 2-bolt pistols, and it's all fun from there, because that's how you roll in Necromunda. Then we have the Scout Specialist, or the Scout Gunner. He is 110 points, same stats as a normal Scout, but he does now be able to purchase heavy weapons and stuff like that. So basically, pretty well-rounded list, quite expensive. I'd compare them, if I was going to use Necromunda models, I'd be using the Arbites for these. Strength and toughness 4 doesn't really fit, but I think it's the best fit we have. Ammunition, Hellfire bolts and toxic rounds, these are going to be awesome. Can be purchased for bolt guns, bolt pistols, and the toxic rounds can be purchased for sniper rifles. The where are we? Basic guns, 40 points for a sniper rifle, but you're probably going to take a couple, let's be honest. Bolt guns and shotguns are going to be awesome. And then the heavy bolter, a missile launcher with both, for 225 points of death raining awesomeness. Then the Space Wolf War gear we spoke about is a Flamer for 40, plasma gun for 80, my melter gun for 95 points. And I have to be honest, I was talking about this today with a friend. There's nothing better than having that one melter gun in your list when someone runs at you with a close combat monster and your melter gun actually hits and they're just dead. There's no recovering from that. So Space Wolf Scouts might be a good way to go. We'll see. But yeah, that's the Space Marine list in a nutshell, really. So I'd probably be trying to do some Arbites counts as I think a pretty good fit. Definitely going to be quite an elite squad, especially once you start putting any equipment on them. You're looking at 5 to 6 models probably, but with that stat line it should be able to deal out enough damage and do pretty well. I'm probably going to go with something like my leader geared up for combat, accompanied by 2 novice scouts, and then a specialist and some normal guys doing some fire support, maybe working in a group. But that's probably the kind of list I would go if I was playing these guys, and that's how I function. I normally try and make little combat teams when playing Necromunda. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.